Hi, my name is Michael Coull. I program Dundead here at DCA, and I'm here to talk to you about The Night of the Hunter. We're screening The Night of the Hunter in honour of its 70th anniversary. And this is the only film that Charles Laughton, the director, ever directed. He was an actor, and this film sort of destroyed what could have been a directing career. It was critically and commercially a failure, but it's also one of those where its reputation has only grown since then. In the BFI and Sight of Sound's most recent best films of all time poll, it was voted the 25th greatest film of all time. And it is really, I think, just one of those films that you could recommend to anybody. I can't imagine anyone not enjoying this film. I put it in the same kind of category as films like Sunset Boulevard and Seven Samurai, in these films which are technically incredible, innovative, beautiful to look at, but also just extremely entertaining. They tell a story, and it's a totally engaging, compelling story, and it works on every single level. Night of the Hunter is one of the most beautiful films ever made in America. It was shot all in black and white, and I think Charles Laughton was influenced by German expressionist horror cinema, like the original Nosferatu and The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. So you have these incredible, stark black and white images, but he's also really capable of doing these beautiful pastoral scenes, but kind of there's a strangeness to it as well. It's not all completely stark. There is a softness to the lighting in some scenes, and he's a master of using depth of field, like foreground, middle ground, and background. There are multiple shots in this that you could study and that probably have been studied extensively, which are doing about 10 different things with lighting in one shot. It's really just incredible. I think as well it's a film that has had an influence on so much that has come afterwards. It's been an influence on Scorsese, particularly his Cape Fear film. I think you don't really get to films like maybe like the films of Tim Burton without certain moments in this. It's also a huge influence on the Coen brothers. They've borrowed dialogue from this film and music from this film multiple times in their career. I also want to talk about the incredible performance by Robert Mitchum, who plays Harry Powell, the murderous preacher in the Deep South with love and hate tattooed on his knuckles. It's a great role that I think a lot of actors could do a lot with, but I think Mitchum more than rises to the occasion. He's incredible in this film. And that character is just completely unforgettable. It's one of those American films that it's set at a certain time, like it's set in the Deep South during the Great Depression. So it does have this sort of hot atmosphere, this sort of, wooziness to it. But at the same time, it does also resemble almost like a grim fairy tale. There is this story about these two children who are terrorized by this preacher. There is a fable-like quality to it, and there's this incredible sequence in the middle where they journey down a river that is just astounding. It looks incredible. It's so poetic and beautiful. It's a great film. It's genuinely, I think, a complete masterpiece, and it will be incredible to see it on the big screen. And if you're not sure about its horror credentials, William Friedkin, director of The Exorcist, has talked about it and has said he saw it when he was first 20 years old and it terrified him then, and it still does, and that he specifically mentions Robert Mitchum and calls it the most terrifying psychopath he's ever seen depicted. So I hope to see some of you at our screening of Night of the Hunter. Thank you.